I'm inside the tent, and this isn't set up to actually go camping or glamping. I've just set this up for sole purposes of testing what does it take to heat up a tent from the inside, and then also testing using a generator. So if we completely went off the grid, how would that work? And so I'm running an extension cord from the generator into the tent, and then up here through the another extension cord here, and then I've plugged in the outlet here. I've plugged in the heater, and I've got three types of heaters. This is a one that I use on the garage floor, and then one that can be inside a room. And what I like about this one is if it tips over, it shuts off, so that's real nice, especially on a tent floor. And then I also have my combination air conditioner unit. This is 14,000 BTU AC, 10,000 BTU heater. And if you watch my other videos, this is the portable AC unit I used to actually cool this tent. It was between 94 and 96 degrees outside, and this AC unit kept this tent nice and cool, 68 degrees for 7 straight days. So what I want to do today is test heating up a tent. I want to close up the drapes. It's right at a couple of minutes after 8 o'clock. It shows we've got 45 degrees outside and 45 degrees inside. This is actually the sensor right there. So I want to close this up. And now I want to turn on the heater. And we'll see how long it takes, or exactly how much warmer we can get this inside an hour. And this is a 1500 watt, both of these. This is a 1500 watt heater, and this is a 1500 watt heater, and you can actually feel the heat coming out now. If you notice, the generator actually kicked on a little higher. I have it on the echo mode right now. I will do another video on using a generator and which one I bought. It's actually an inverter generator, and there were several deal breakers that I looked at as I looked at dozens of generators. But anyway, that's now producing heat, and we'll see what it does to the temperature each half hour or each hour, and see how long it takes to warm it up. Now, here's 45 degrees for regular camping, you know, isn't so bad. And you know, you layer up and use the right sleeping bags and other things, it's okay. But glamping, you have family, you have kids, 45 degrees for a long period of time starts to take the fun out of camping, or actually glamping. And so it's okay to be outside moving around, having fun, but when you come back out at night or early in the morning, if it's 45 or even lower, we've had times where it's been 20 degrees, and going outside isn't pleasant at all, especially if it's windy. We've had wind chills down in the teens outside the tent, and so at least having a refuge where you can go and either sleep or nap or get out of the wind and warm up your bones just really makes glamping so much more fun, and allows you to go, or allows your family to go 4, 5, 6, 7 days and not get beat down by the weather. And whether it's raining or cold or windy or buggy, you seal up your tent and come in here and heat it up, or in the summer actually cool it. Alright, So it's been just about 15 minutes. We started a minute or two afterwards, and so I wanted to show you how the heater has been doing. A couple of points real quick is that the tent isn't completely sealed. There is a mesh vent up here. There's some areas down here around the door that aren't completely sealed. I can feel air coming in there. This window door over here isn't completely sealed, so there are a few little air pockets. I actually recommend that you don't completely seal up your tent if you can. Most American tents have too much mesh and you can't seal them up at all, and so there's just no way to heat or actually cool some of the tents that are all mesh at the top or mesh front. And so anyway, after 15 minutes, let's look over here and see how we're doing. So it was 45 degrees when we started. The outside temperature on top has actually gone up 1 degree. Again, there is our sensor out there. I've got that area all open so that it is completely unblocked, the air and everything. And then all of a sudden we come over here, and in right at 15 minutes we've already hit, it's 8 degrees warmer in here. And I have to tell you, it just feels toasty. 45 degrees, 46 degrees, you know, is bearable, but layering up and all that where you can't move around or you start to get a little bit of chill, especially when you have elderly people. We actually have a grandmother join us on occasion for glamping, and they get chilled very quickly. And it's important to have a place where they can go, or we can go and entertain, and people can stay warm or get out of the chill. So after about 15 minutes or so, 8 degrees, now 9 degrees. It's really impressive. I didn't think it would heat up that fast. One of the questions you might have is how much space are we actually heating? So I'll just do a quick walk around. This is a 4-person inner tent. So it's about 7 feet back and has mesh walls. So it's a tent within a tent. There is a ventilation in the back. I don't have that completely open right now. But this area is about 7 by 11 feet. And then this section out here, which is called the sleeping, or excuse me, this is the sleeping zone back here. This can all be sealed up. It has mesh or it has panel. So either way, if you want to keep that cool back there, you can seal this up completely and have it just toasty warm right here in what's called the living section. This section is about 6 feet by 11. So you've got about 13, 14 feet by 11 feet that we are warming up using this little floor heater. Now, if you have a generator that has enough power, a bigger generator, I'm running just under 3,000 continuous watts. I'm running on propane. In another video, I'll explain why it's so important to run propane, or so much easier than dealing with gas. But if you've got the power, you could be running 2 1,500 watt heaters and just heat this thing up so quick. Or another choice is to ratchet them down a little bit to where they're about 1,200 each. But I just have one heater just to show you how quickly you can heat up your tent and make it toasty warm in here. So I've been running this heater now not quite 30 minutes. It's actually been about 27 minutes, and I want to show you on the thermostat over here, it's actually just hit 60 degrees. It's come up 3 degrees outside the top temperature there, but we've come up from 45, 15 degrees in under half an hour. So it's incredible how fast you can heat up a tent whether you're using a generator or you're tapped into electricity at State Park or wherever he might go camping or glamping. But you know, 60 degrees, I just tend to 61. That's very comfortable. It's actually kind of toasty, especially if you've layered up, and you may not need it much warmer than this. I'm going to let it keep going just to show you how warm we can get it. And you know, again, late at night, if it gets really cold in your tent, you know, and you're not in a public park, you can turn your generator on, or if you're running just electricity, tapping into electricity, you can run it for maybe an hour and just take the chill off things. Or in the morning, you wake up and it got really cold overnight, then you know, you can turn it on for half an hour and just again warm things up, take the chill off, have a cup of coffee, relax, and let the sun come up or let the day get started, and really make it comfortable. Glamping is not about roughing it. It's not about toughing it. It's about enjoying the outdoors and still having some of the comforts that you have when you're indoors. And again, for kids, spouses, or elderly people that might want to join you for a night or two, you don't want it too ridiculous. You don't want it too cold or too hot or any of those things. But at the same time, you know, with camping, regular camping, tent camping, we're not going to take all this gear, this equipment. We're not going to bring generators and things like that. We'll go for 3 or 4 days, whether it's the family or scouts, and we'll take the regular tents that you can't stand up in and just have a great time. It's just a different experience. And you know, it's not being judgmental whether you enjoy glamping and you know, some people feel that's kind of soft camping, or you enjoy roughing it. It's just different experiences. Down the road, I hope to have videos for you of backpack camping, hammock camping, and maybe even some kayaking camping. But anyway, just wanted to show you what you can do to make it warm. And the other thing this does that I think is real important, especially with the air conditioner unit, is it extends the amount of days or time or parts of the season that you can go glamping or camping. Because there are times as we get into December, January, February that, you know, it's going to be highs of 40 degrees or 30 degrees. And I got to tell you, when it gets down to 10 degrees at night, a lot of people can't tolerate that. And you know, if you can add an extra day or two, or don't have to quit and go home because it got too cold or rainy, then you just extended your fun and your time away from things, your kids away from tech, and just spend more time outdoors and enjoying what God's created. Okay, so after just under 50 minutes, let's go see how we're doing with the temperature from heating the tent. And so we've been running this for 50 minutes, and now if you look over here, it's 53 degrees outside, which means the temperature's gone up by 8 degrees. The sun has started to come up, but look, we've actually reached 70 degrees inside the tent. We've gone from cold to toasty to, it feels like an oven in here. And I'm going to actually stop at 70 degrees because that's plenty more. The important thing here is not so much that I got it up to 70 degrees inside the tent. It's more important that you see that we started out at 45 degrees today, and we've increased it 25 degrees with the heater. Now we've had help from the ambient temperature outside that's raised 8 degrees. But just think in relative terms, if it was 10 degrees outside or 0 or whatever, and if you could start to raise the temperature inside your tent 20, 30, 40 degrees, or to whatever temperature, up to 60, whatever temperature allows you to enjoy camping and keep the chill off the bones, or especially off the feet, then it's just going to be much more fun spending time and enjoying the outdoors. And so I would have to say this test is a success. I want to walk outside and show you what I was actually running. here I have the generator, and this is a Champion dual fuel. So I'm actually running propane down here, and as you can see, I'm using this shelter, shower, toilet, pop-up tent to protect us from the elements, the rain. Also take a little bit of edge off the decibels. This is one of the quieter generators that you can find out there. And I'm going to do a whole video on this generator and really the top 10 reasons why I bought this. But I'm going to go ahead and shut this down.